This is the Thayer Podcast, Monday, October 30th, 2023. Then there was writer Selena Zito's 2016 observation that Donald Trump's critics take him literally, but not seriously, and his supporters take him seriously, but not literally. Man, is that ever true? Back before the 2016 presidential election, I was torn about the two major candidates. Hillary had been her usual shrill self.
You could put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
You got to know, my bullshit detector was on full tilt whenever she showed up on TV. Even so, I never actually disliked her. Although she hadn't aged that gracefully, I still found her to be quite personable and a smart dresser. Clinton wasn't stupid by any stretch of the imagination. After all, she'd been the First Lady to President Bill Clinton for 2 terms, and she'd paid her dues as the 67th United States Secretary of State under President Barack Obama. I have to say that she leaned a little too far toward the politically elite for my money. That's pretty much because I'd been exposed to them during my days elbow rubbing as part of leadership in both of Arizona's Republican and Democrat parties. In other words, I saw right through her like a freaking plate glass window. Trump, on the other hand, struck me as a little far out in the manners department at first. Something I think most of the country had a problem with at the beginning. Then were all the things the mainstream media managed to dredge up from his past, like his bragging about grabbing certain lady parts when it hit the headlines. Trump references to the other candidates didn't help a whole lot either. Stuff like California Governor Jerry Moonbeam Brown, crazy Nancy Pelosi, crying Chuck Schumer, little Marco Rubio, and lying Ted Cruz. There was something about the way Donald Trump talked. He spoke like someone everybody knows, like that guy at the construction site and maybe like that dude sitting right next to you at the neighborhood bar. To many folks, he spoke American. Trump also drew attention to domestic issues like illegal immigration, offshoring of American jobs, the huge national debt, and Islamic terrorism. His campaign slogan was "Make America Great Again." I couldn't say whether people voted for the lesser of two evils, but I'm pretty much convinced that because of the whole Trump package, that Donald won the Electoral College with a very convincing 304 votes to Clinton's measly 227. But it was back then that most of the country made up its mind about Donald Trump, one way or the other, with or without the helpful bias provided by the mainstream media. That's why I think Zito was right. Trump's critics do take him literally, and his supporters do take him seriously. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Semper Fi.